Hi, my name is Dory Goikman, and I'm an attorney and mediator. I practice law in California, New York, and New Jersey. So I thought I would do a video on the biggest mistakes that I see in mediation. Today, I'm going to just focus on one mistake, and then I'm going to cut this up into separate videos so we can really go in depth on the topic. The number one mistake that I see in mediation is trying to win mediation. Mediation isn't something that you win. For people coming into mediation, oftentimes this is the first time they'll do this in their lives. They come into it and they look to me as if I'm an authority, as if I'm a judge, as if they should prove something to me. My role as mediator is trying to mediate an agreement between you and the other party. Your tone matters, your facial expression matters, your ability to let the other party speak matters, your respectfulness matters, all of that matters. If you come into mediation, which I probably see, maybe in half of my cases, and you want to prove your case to me, it's just not going to be helpful to you. I also want to talk about the emotional effect on the other party of trying to win your mediation. It doesn't endear you to the other party to be sitting there trying to prove your case. Sometimes the harder you push, the harder you get pushback. So you might be thinking, well, if I have no authority, if it makes no difference for you to prove your case, then what the hell is the point of the mediation, right? And mediation, I wish I could just take it and make the world see how helpful it is. It's just one of those hidden things that exists in our society that can save so much money, so much pain, and so much aggravation. And that's why I do it. I'm a true believer. And this is the reason why. Yes, you're not here to prove your case to me, but we are here to talk about potentially the strengths of your case, the possible outcomes if you're not able to settle. Where can we meet in the middle, right? Bring out maybe mutual understandings. There are so many things to explore other than I'm right, you're wrong. I'm not a moral arbiter. That's not my job. My job is to take this situation, meet you where you are, meet you as you are, and help you come to a solution that's acceptable for both parties. Now, how can a solution be acceptable to two parties that may hate each other and may see completely polar opposites of the same issue? Well, that solution may be acceptable because we truly find a solution that works for both of them, right? We pull out some kind of misunderstanding. We help the parties see each other's points of view, right? In a format that is confidential, and so we can be very safe, right, in exploring reasons, thoughts, making settlement offers. Part of that may be pulling out what you can't get through the lawyers when the lawyers are just butting heads. Maybe you wish you could decide everything and you have to deal with this partner or former partner that you absolutely hate, and you wish you had 100% control, but you don't have 100% control. But when you're in mediation, you have some percent of control. When you go in front of a judge, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you have a great lawyer, maybe you don't. Maybe the judge didn't have lunch that day and they're grumpy. And even if you have the best possible outcome in court, you have now spent, $10, $20, $30,000 on getting that outcome because maybe it took a couple of hearings. Maybe there's an appeal. Maybe there's just so much that mediation hopes to bring out in terms of avoiding. I hope that this video was helpful to someone, and I'm sure that it is. If you happen to be going through this process and you catch this video, I think that you might come into mediation with a little bit of a different mindset. And because it's one of those things where very often it's the only time people will do mediation in their life, you it's very hard to get it right. Like, you don't have experience. You haven't sat and watched mediations. But I can assure you it's perfectly natural to have these impulses to sort of overshare your story, to blame, to try to win mediation. Who knows? If I were in this situation, I might do the same thing myself, right? It's perfectly natural, but you want to sort of rise above that and get to the state where you can have the best outcome, because ultimately mediation is about saving time, money, stress, getting this situation handled in a way you can find acceptable. And maybe it's not the best way, but maybe it's better than a judge who doesn't know you sitting on your case coming up with an outcome that is really out of the range of what you expected, when possibly you could craft an outcome that works for the two of you. There are certainly other mistakes that I see in mediation, and I will get into those on different videos. But yeah, this is the biggest one. So I would urge you, if you're in this process and that's why you're watching this video, to think about it and come back for more videos where I'll talk about other mistakes that people make in mediation. If you have any thoughts, please share them. I'd be happy to hear, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have in the comments or otherwise. Take care.